Hi, third grade. This is your social studies video for Thursday, the 23rd. We have studied the legislative branch, and now we're going to start talking about the executive branch. And if you remember this, we know the legislative branch makes the laws. Well, the executive branch is in charge of carrying out the laws. Okay, so if you could go to your executive branch page that you started, and if you didn't start one, could you start one in your social studies notebook? And let's go ahead and I think we already logged in executive branch. If not, there's the spelling if you need it. And today we're just going to introduce the branch, and I'm going to read you a little story about a presidential election. Okay? So if we look at our chart here, we see the president, we see the vice president, and we see the cabinet. Okay? So the executive branch is made up of those three things: the president himself, the vice president, and the cabinet. And we'll talk about those things more, but for today, that's all you have to write under executive branch, is that it's made up of the president, the vice president, and the cabinet. If you need more time with this, you can pause it here and write down those words underneath. Okay? And let's see. Our story is Otto Runs for President. And it's by Rosemary Wells. The banner says, School Election. It was election time at Barkendelphia School. Whoever collects 50 paw prints can run for president of the school, announced Miss Kibler. I wonder who will win, Otto said to his best friend Melanie. Tiffany will win, shouted all the popular kids. Tiffany's the cutest and the smartest. Charles, 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 shouted all the sports bugs. Charles is the captain of all the teams. I want to be president, said Tiffany to her mom and dad. You're the most popular girl in the 5th grade, dear, they said. We'll help you win the election, no problem. I want to win, said Charles to his mom and dad. We're on your team, said his mom. We'll make sure it happens, says Charles' dad. Expensive signs went up all over Barkendelphia School. Real bumper stickers were stuck on lockers. By the end of the first day, Tiffany and Charles had already collected their paw prints. Tiffany's mother persuaded the school cheerleaders to shout out a tails wag for Tiffany cheer. Charles's dad hired a famous glee club to sing the Bulldog fight song at Barkendelphia school football games. Wow, said Otto, they're on a roll. I don't know why they are so popular, said Melanie. They don't care about anybody but themselves. Suddenly, Otto had an idea. I'm going to run for president, he said. He began by asking his classmates what they really wanted at Barkendelphia School. Who cares for more meat at lunch? I want watermelon in the cafeteria, said Bertie. Forget skateboards in the hall. A homework helpline is what I need, said Martha. I'd like 5 minutes of beautiful music every morning, said Bertina. How about bigger towels in the gym shower, suggested Boris. A class trip to the Madison Square Garden dog show would be a big motivator, said Carlos. Our school band needs a set of bongo drums, added Peter. Charles's dad beefed up their campaign. Wapo burgers and shakes, that'll be the day, said Melanie. No fair, cried Tiffany. I'm going to lose. I can hardly breathe. We are way smarter than Charles, said Tiffany's best friends, Ashley and Jasmine. The next morning, Post-it notes appeared on all the lockers. "Not true, I've never cheated," growled Charles. "No worries," said Charles's best buddies, Mike and Bucky. Look, all the negative Post-its on the lockers. "We know that you know. You cheated." Who do you think put those up there? Mysterious flyers appeared in the cafeteria that afternoon. "Tiffany, did she spend your class dues on hairspray?" Tiffany had a meltdown. "Not true, it's all lies," she sobbed. "We'll fix his wagon," said Ashley and Jasmine. "Charles cheats, Charles cheats." Flashing buttons popped up the very next day. "You're not going to be done in by a bunch of buttons," said Mike and Bucky. Overnight, a huge banner appeared on one wall of the gym. "Tiffany, wrong on hairspray, wrong for Barkadelphia School." Things seem to be escalating a little bit. Meanwhile, Otto collected his 50 paw prints one by one. One by one, he listened to everyone in the school, even the kindergartners. They wanted blankets at nap time. "Now I need some campaign cookies," said Otto. "We'll make them together," said Melanie. And all the cookies have what the kids around the school want. On election eve, Charles's dad hosted a Wapo Burger pep rally. "I want to thank you all in advance for voting for me," said Charles. "I'm a born leader." Tiffany's mother arranged for a pancake breakfast on election morning. "It's going to be me," said Tiffany. "Me, me, me." Otto just passed out his cookies. Everybody got in line to vote. "I'm crossing my fingers," said Otto, "and I'm crossing my toes," said Melanie. Miss Kibler counted the ballots. She asked Mr. Muzzle, the school principal, to recount them. Finally, the results were in. "All right, we have a new president," said Mr. Muzzle. "It's Otto." Everyone cheered, especially the kindergartners. School election. Can you see the tally marks in the background? That's how they counted up the votes. And let's see. "Wait till next year, buddy," said Charles's dad. "Barkadelphia School is just a little blip, my treasure," said Tiffany's mother. "You will win paws down in junior high." "It's watermelon day in the cafeteria. The nap time blankets just arrived for kindergarteners, and we have the Madison Square Garden dog show," said Otto. "It's hard work being president." "Let's bake up more cookies," said Melanie. "Enough for everyone." Okay. So now, in your book, under Executive Branch, we're just going to do a quick little writing activity. Just tell me why you think Otto won versus Tiffany and Charles. What was the biggest difference between what they did? Okay, so 2 questions. Why did Otto win? And what was the biggest difference between what he did and the others didn't? Okay, so write those 2 things down in your notebook under Executive Branch. And you have a video to watch today on presidential power, and that's it for social studies. I'll see you next time.